the hardest part of getting anything done is the start. And if you keep that in mind and realize that you just have to get over that period of generating the momentum to get things started, then you're going to have a much easier time accomplishing tasks and getting them done. Now, just with anything, if you're at the start of a project, you know that feeling when you were given like a school project, like maybe like a huge product just worth a ton of points, and you're reading through the rubric and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the bane of my existence. This is going to be the project that I just cannot complete. I've found myself thinking that in the past, for sure. But then notice as you start checking tasks off that task list, the further that you get along that project, the easier it becomes. And then all of a sudden, you're pretty far along this project. You're almost done with the project. You finish the project and you're like, that wasn't so bad. But it was the start. It was brainstorming the approach to the project. It was coming up with how you're going to get each section done that probably gave you the most anxiety. And I'm speaking for myself too, because that is the part that gave me the most anxiety. But like I said, once I was able to just sit down and start cranking and start realizing like, okay, this is not the hardest thing in the world. This is not the worst thing in the world. That's when I was able to be more productive and get more things done. And that's really the biggest thing that I use in my day-to-day. If I don't want to sit down and look at a bunch of Excel reports or formulate my next approach to one of my accounts, I just sit down and I just do it, even though the start feels terrible. Because in the back of my mind, I know once you get ideas generated, once you start looking into it and you start making slight bits of forward movement, then all of a sudden it becomes fun. And then once it becomes fun, once you start enjoying yourself, it doesn't feel like work as much or at all. And then the less it feels like work, the more that you do, the more results you see. And then you see how this snowballs into just straight up results. It's an amazing thing. But that's just the reality, right? Starting is going to suck. It's not going to be fun. You're going to have to get over that initial period of going uphill. But then once you start using that analogy, right? Once you start making progress, that hill starts getting a lot less steep. It flattens out. And then before you know it, when you're on the tail end, you're going downhill, you're cruising. There's nothing to it. You're just out there getting stuff done. So sit down, just start making baby steps. You don't have to get it all done at once, but just start now, and your future self is going to thank you for it. Hope this video was helpful. Please like it. If it was, comment future video topics and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.